Council meeting will now come to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members, mayor, our deputy clerk, our city attorney, our chief of staff, and audience. Welcome to the city of Romulus City Council regular meeting, and today's date is Tuesday, September 5th, 2023. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card, which is located on the table in the back of the chambers, and hand it to the deputy clerk. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo. Here. Councilman Barton.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe. Here. Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
Councilwoman Webb.
Excused.
So noted. Councilwoman Williams.
Did she call in?
No. Excused?
Excused.
Okay, so noted.
Excused.
Excused, so noted. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum for tonight's meeting
Okay.
at this time, and Mr. Chair and Council, we're asking for your approval of an amended agenda. We've added agenda item 3A under petitioner. Therefore, tonight's amended agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, new business. 11, communication. And number 12, adjournment. And a motion will be in order to accept the amended regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the regular, amended regular council meeting agenda as presented.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the amended agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Agenda item 2A, under the minutes, request approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, August 28, 2023, at 7:30 p.m.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth.
I'm going to move that we approve the regular council minutes that were held, or the minutes for the council meeting that was held on Monday, the 28th of August.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the minutes from our regular council meeting held on Monday, August the 28th at 7:30. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Agenda item 2B, for approval are the minutes from the special meeting public hearing held on Monday, August 28, 2023, at 6:30 p.m., which was for the purpose of hearing objections to the demolition and/or removal of debris of properties on demolition list 23-01.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
I'm going to move that we approve the minutes from the special meeting that was held on Monday, August 28th at 6:30, and it was for the demolition list 23-01.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from our special meeting public hearing held on Monday, August the 28th at 6:30 p.m., which was for the purpose of hearing objections to the demolitions and removal of debris properties on the demolition list 23-01. Any discussion? Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Number 3 is petitioner. Mr. Chair and Council, we do have one petitioner this evening, Mr. Rick Perry, and he's here to request Council to adopt a resolution asking the Charitable Gaming Division of the Michigan Lottery to recognize the Romulus Rotary Club as a nonprofit organization operating in the community for the purpose of obtaining a charitable gaming license. You could take the
Ms. Perry?
podium, please, Mr. Perry.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We are asking for a resolution to recognize Romulus Rotary as a charitable organization in the city. We've applied for a license with the state, and the requirement from the state, one of the requirements is that we are recognized I'm sorry. That we are recognized as a charitable organization within the city, and that we have a resolution to show that when we apply, as we apply for our license.
Okay.
John,
Mr.
just one
Wadsworth.
question. Rick, is this just for one event, or it'll be a license that you'll keep on file and use?
This is for one event. So we're doing a fundraiser. We applied for a fundraiser and a lottery license for that fundraiser. So they gave me a list of items, and this is one of the items.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if it's used for just this one or if it can be used for future. So I can't answer that.
Okay. I'm thinking about when I did my bingos, we had St. Aloysius gaming license, and we use it every year. We didn't have to reapply.
This may be some new rules by the Lottery Commission. I'm
All
not
right.
sure. I don't remember us ever having to do this before.
Okay.
And we've had a license in the past, but it's been several years since we've
All right,
done
fine.
this.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt a resolution asking the Charitable Gaming Commission to recognize the Romulus Rotary as a nonprofit organization.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to adopt a resolution asking the Charitable Gaming Division of Michigan Lottery to recognize Romulus Rotary Club as a nonprofit organization operating in the community for the purpose of obtaining a charitable gaming license. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
Mr. Perry, we'll have, prepare the resolution and get all the required signatures and have it ready for you. We'll give you a call once the document has been prepared, okay? You're welcome. Next on the agenda, number 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At 6:45, we had a study session, and that study session consisted of a proposed charter amendment. And that, the chair has no other report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Madam Clerk, Deputy Clerk, everybody at home, and everybody here in the audience today. Before I get into action items on my report, I'd like to bring up Ms. Maria Lambert to talk about the Senior Olympics and how our seniors did in the most recent event.
Good evening.
Good evening.
As you know, the Downriver Senior Olympics was back in force this year. They didn't have one for 3 years. And this year, we had 10 entrants from the city of Romulus, and we received 22 medals, which is a pretty good showing for us.
Great work.
And I just want to name them off really quickly. I thought we would have more people here, but they probably, because it's a Tuesday meeting, probably got confused there. But anyway, we had softball throw. Lance Wilson took a gold, Bonnie Nolan took a bronze. There was a soccer kick. Lance Wilson took a bronze, Bonnie Nolan took a bronze. Football throw, Lance Wilson took a bronze, Joy Rencher Hamilton took a gold, Bonnie Nolan took a silver, Clark Bishop took a silver. Frisbee throw, we had Joy Rencher Hamilton took a gold, Eddie William took a gold. The car show, Lance Wilson also took a bronze. Bocce ball, we had Gerald Wagle took a gold. Horseshoes, we had Joy Rencher Hamilton gold, Bonnie Nolan gold, Eddie William gold, Clark Bishop silver. Pinochle, Joe Ozog took a bronze. Darts, Karen Kusabab silver. Golf, Donald Hamilton took silver and Joy Rencher Hamilton took gold. 1 mile run, Donald Hamilton took silver, and a 10K bike race, Donald Hamilton took gold. So that was a pretty good showing for us. We had 4 different age categories for this, so it wasn't just, I mean, we had some people that were 84 plus, and since we had the swimming class at the rack, we had one lady that was 86 years old, and, you know, she was there every time that we've had it, and she did good. And then there was a bowler that was 90 years old.
Wow.
And he had a pretty good showing. He was in the 400s, so.
Just give them a round of applause.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Team.
Maria, let's see if we can't schedule, get them here to
Well, we tried, I think, and in fact, Rose told me that there were going to be 8 people here tonight, so there must have been a little
maybe there was a
confusion.
conflict. We get here past resolution,
Yeah.
you know, recognizing their athletic prowess. But did you say there was a car show? There was a gold
There was
medal
a
for?
car show also.
So you got about 20 more years to get the motorcycle show, so I can go there and take gold.
There you
so.
go. Okay.
All right.
We'll do that next year.
Thank you.
All right.
That's great
Thank
news.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Wow.
And so the first action item tonight I have for council is MOU extension for the low-income household water assistance program. So I concur with the recommendation of Victoria Trust, Assistant Finance Director, and Legal Counsel, and respectfully request City Council authorize the mayor and clerk to extend the attached low-income household water assistance program memorandum of understanding with Wayne Metro Community Action Agency effective until March 31st, 2024. So this is a program we extended through COVID. It's been a great benefit and assistance to our residents who are in need, and it's Wayne Metro is the company that's operating out of the old 34th District Court. It's been a great asset to some of our residents who need a hand up. So that's why we're bringing this to you for an extension tonight.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion
Roscoe?
for the MOU Extension Low Income Household Water Assistant Program, the LIHWAP, to go through March 31st, 2024.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for the MOU Extension Low Income Household Water Assistance Program. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have is a sole source purchase for a 2023 F-150 from Jack Ford. And I concur with the recommendation of Maria Lambert, Director of Resident Services and CDBG Coordinator, and Gary Harris, Purchasing Director, and respectfully request City Council authorize the sole source purchase of one F-150 from Jack Ford in the amount of $50,228.26 for the Romulus Senior Center.
Through the chair,
Ms. Talley?
I'd like to make that motion and concur with administration and authorize the sole source purchase of one Ford F-150 from Jack Demmer Ford in the amount of $50,228.26 for the Romulus Senior Center.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the sole source purchase of a 2023 Ford F-150 from Jack Dimmer Ford. In discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you, and just so you know, that's the vehicle we use for tour services, so much needed. They've been using old abandoned, or should be abandoned fleet for a while, so it's much needed vehicle for their services there, and to continue taking care of our senior residents. Also, one last thing, I just want to congratulate our Romulus Eagles on a good win last week. John's always here bragging about those Lions. I'm going to brag about our Eagles.
All right.
They had a hard-fought last-minute win at a Garden City, so looking forward to what they're going to do there and what they're building. So go Eagles. Well done.
Thank you, Mayor.
And that will conclude my report for this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 6 is the clerk's report. 6A is a study session request. City Treasurer Stacy Page is requesting a 30-minute study session for Monday, September the 11th, 2023, at 6:45 p.m. to discuss the quarterly investment report. The date and time are both available.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
I'm going to move that we have a study session on Monday, the 11th of September at 6:45, as requested by the treasurer.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for a study session request for Monday, September 11th at 6:45. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Last action item under the clerk's report, 6B, a request to approve and resolution authorizing proposed ballot language. It is requested that City Council approve and adopt a resolution calling for an election to be held on the date of the presidential primary on the 27th day of February 2024 or the 12th day of March 2024, whichever becomes the presidential primary, authorizing the proposed language to be placed on the ballot, amending Chapter 6, Section 6.4 of the Romulus City Charter regarding the number of monthly regular meetings of the council.
Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion.
Okay, Ms.
For
Roscoe?
resolution authorizing proposed ballot language amending Chapter 6, Section 6.4 of the Romulus City Charter, and this has to do with the number of monthly meetings that City Council holds.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for a resolution authorizing proposed ballot language amendment, amending Chapter 6, Section 6.4 of the Romulus City Charter. Any discussion?
John,
Ms. Abdo?
I just wanted to mention that this does change the number of city council meetings that are held monthly, but it gets us in line with 90% of the people in the state of Michigan. And 90% of the, was it?
Communities.
Pardon?
Communities.
Communities. So we're just trying to get in line with them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Abdo. If there's no other further discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you, council. That concludes the clerk's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
There is no treasurer's report this evening. It takes us to number 8, public comment, and this is the portion of the agenda for those who are in the audience and who would like to address the city council. The rules to address the city council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. To address city council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. Please note, members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. We do not have any written requests this evening.
Any comments from the audience? If there's no comments from the audience, Madam Clerk, we'll close it out.
Thank you. That takes us to number 9, unfinished business. Number 10, new business. Number 11, communication.
Ms. Abdo?
Thank you, Mr. Barden. I just have a couple of announcements for the Romulus Parks and Recreation. First of all, registration begins Wednesday, September 6th for the Pee Wee Youth Basketball. You can do this online or in person at the Rec Department at Romulus Athletic Center. The other one was, it deals with children's gymnastics. Registration has already started, and it goes through September 12th. Classes begin on Thursday, September 21st. The classes will be held at the Romulus Senior Center. So there are still a few positions available. If you're interested, please, you can go online to romulusgov.com or in person at the Parks and Rec office at the rec. Also, you talked about the Eagles. Varsity Eagles will be playing Robichaud, 7 p.m. Friday, and this is at Robichaud High School, so please come out and support the Eagles. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Abdo.
Through the chair.
Ms. Talley?
Yeah, thank you. Just a couple of things. I don't know if this was missed last week, but the city sponsored a business-to-business hosted by the city of Romulus, Beyond Boundaries, the regional impact of economic development in Wayne County. It was networking expo and panel discussion. The panel consisted of our own Mayor McCray, Claude Molinari, President and CEO of Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, and our own Chris Gerwood, the Director of Aerotropolis, and it was moderated by Roop Raj of Fox 2 News, and I just got to throw this in. He is such a personable person. I thank him for coming out and moderating this event, our business to business, and we had a great panel today, great discussions, and it was just a huge win for us to share. It was hosted at the Sheridan, and it was just a great event. It had quite a few sponsors that sponsored the event. North Point, Kroger's, Ashley Capital, Smart, Delta Airlines, Diamantes, Sheraton, DTE, the Romulus School District, and a host of other sponsors and supporters. So thank you, Mayor, and your team, and Kevin Krause for pulling that event together. It was a great event, a first-time event on that magnitude, I want to say, right? So I want to thank them for that. It was a great event, and and thanks for the sponsors and the people who attended, the businesses that attended it as well. It was a great event, so thank you. And lastly, we are 10 days away from our 25th Pumpkin Fest, 10 days away. It is not this weekend, but next weekend, the 15th, 16th, and 17th, the Road Parade of Lights, the Saturday festivities. We got a lot going on all weekend long. Do not want to miss the 25th anniversary of our Pumpkin Fest. It's go on the Facebook page, the Pumpkin Fest Facebook page, a bunch of contests and things you can do pre-contest, 5K walk we're doing. We got a talent show on Sunday, digital photo contest for cutest baby, pet, tallest, largest sunflower. We got a host of things going on that weekend. So you don't want to miss this weekend. It's our 25th, and we got some free stuff going on as well. So you want to check us out that weekend. Like, again, 25 years of Pumpkin Fest, and we want to just have a huge showing from the city of Romulus and anybody else that want to participate. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Talley.
Is there any more communication?
Yes, I have. First of all, I want to thank everyone for the anniversary wishes I received for my wife for 47 years anniversary. It was overwhelming. I really appreciate that. And so many people gave us well wishes. And I'm just a lucky person to have a wife like that. Anybody put up with me 47 years, man, you got to give her credit. And also, my last comment is, the Lions play Thursday, Mayor in Wadsworth. So I hope they can do like our Eagles do and win. That's all I have, Madam Clerk. Thank you.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley. Oh, Ms. Roscoe? For adjournment, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.